And welcome back, fellow stationeers, to episode 6 of the brutal start on Mimas. Okay, where we left off last time, we printed or installed the mods for the new printers, or for the printers, and made a couple of things for the gas processing down there. Now, we'll need to get some more frames, and I need some more. Let's see, what do we got? Let's do 50 grams worth. Okay, and did I do the insulated water tank? Yes, I did. Right, we'll need to get the other things down here, which we can do by a gravity-assisted free-fall lob. Also need to get the cable down there, although some will need to come from here. Now I need to get power down here, and I got to do an ugly line across somewhere, so probably do it along here. Maybe extend the platform out one. Not certain. Don't like ugly wiring. I love ugly piping. Whoops. And also stackers being misused and abused. Don't want that in there. Right. Didn't lose anything. Cool. Now I also need to get some sheets. Gonna need quite a few of those. We'll just get 52. Okay, now we also made this puppy, the Mark II tank, and for that I should be able to fill it directly now. So we'll put in 50 and get the tablet. Oh, that's the portable gas. Okay, interesting. There is no pollution to the outside atmosphere, as there was when we were filling that one. Okay, good to know. Right, so that gave us 3 megapascals. So this should give us about 6. Now, I believe the blow-up pressure for this is 20. Having said that, after the last shenanigans, I don't know, or shenanigans from not too long ago, I don't know if I really want to test that out. Actually, I was going to print a connector, but I have one. Whee! All right, let's get those. Get those. I have a few more here. Probably won't need that many. Okay, so power. Maybe I should take it along here. I have to run it all the way down. Or maybe this side of the stairs. Oh, decisions, decisions. Yeah. Okay, we'll start by doing it this way. That can get closed off. That needs to be opened and dragged over to here. Can't walk down the edge. Actually, no, we'll take it down here. And this is what I hate, having Cables in the air, do not like. So I'll probably put a frame underneath these. In fact, why don't I just do that now? Yeah, and we could pretend it was always supposed to be like that. This is the squirrel syndrome in action. And we'll just take it all the way out to there, I think. Yeah, that's as good a place as any to. Right, now this needs a screwdriver, as does that. I'm not sure if I'm going to control this with logic yet, so I'm going to leave it disconnected. Woo! And I'm going to run the cables along there. Okay, so that gives us that. Now we want the connector. Go there. How are we doing with our gas tank? Okay, let's put another 50 in. Actually, let's not put another 50 in. Oh. God, I hate placing portable gas canisters so much. Right, is that? All right, so that is finished. 10 megapascals. Right, well, I think I can double that, but I'm not going to. Okay. Next, I need pipe, but it can just be regular pipe, and I have a couple up here. Oh, also have a couple of those. Alrighty, so that should be good. We have fuel, we have the combustor, it has power. It is combusting! Let's see, how is it combusting? Very hot. And we are getting steam. Right, so water filter. I'll just go with the cheapy one for now because we need things fairly quickly. I'm also going to print up some radiators. Whoa, stop. No, I'll just go with pipe radiators for the moment, but I am out of gold, I think. Only have 3 there, that's empty. Bugger. I said a rude word. Okay. Let us see if we can find some gold quickly. Whoa. That wasn't very friendly. Use precision place. Okay. Need a battery in that. Little one's fine. Oh. Panic over. Alright, pipe radiators. Medium liquid. Also requires Invar. Okay, well, we'll go with a few of these first. Yeah, I could probably do with some more pipe as well. That doesn't need to be on. That's empty. Now it's full. How many we got? One more. Cool. Just regular cheapy pipe, because if we're going to be slapping a radiator on it, then we don't need to worry too much about it. And also, if it bursts, we don't lose that much. All right. And I did think of something else. Oh, yes. We need a water bottle filler-upper. Just the one for now. And that is going to drive me batty, having an unfinished floor there, so whoa, come back. We will take the time just to weld up these 8. And maybe we'll do these 4 over here as well. Taking care not to burn the cable. Okay, that can go in there. And this should start filtering out the water.
Filter low.
And it is. How much do we have? 562 moles of steam. Which would be enough to keep us going for a while, I think. Pissing me off, those are the wrong way around. Yeah, ultimately I'll extend the filtration stuff so we can reclaim some of the other gases. But for the now, I want to keep the waste gases hot so that I've got a ready source of heat for the Stirling when I get around to it. Which at this rate will be episode 312. Okay, so now I want to start calling this stuff straight away. Question is how? Well, I've got a bunch of pipe radiators as a temporary measure. And because we're in a vacuum, we'll use these ones. won't put that last one on because I'll probably need to. In fact, let's do that now. Talking to myself. Right, I'm going to put a branch out here so I've got something to attach the valves to, because we will need to condense the stuff. Otherwise we end up with liquid in here and pipe stress, creaking noises and burst pipes, explosions, gnashing of teeth, lots of crying, and yes, not something you wish to witness. Okay, so we'll put the water tank right there. I have my water pipes over here.
Power critical.
And the valves. Let's go get that taken care of before I forget. There we go. Right, so now how many of those do I need? I need more pipe. Always we are needing some more pipage. Have I? Yes. Let's just give me everything. One, two, three, see, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, I think I'm going to need at least 10. Let's take those down and see what we can do. That was not what I wanted to do. Actually, yeah, we can do it this way. Might look a little funkier. Right. Do you have that one coming out there too? Valves I have on me. Right, so we want the condensation valve. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the insulated water pipes. Don't know if they really need to be insulated, but I'm going to do them that way anyway. Now there'll be enough capacity in this even without the tank connected at this point. At least there should be. And of course you have to open up the valves. Let's get rid of that. Well, no stress on the pipes, but it is cooling down quite a bit. Down from 2200 to 250. So it has lost a lot. May as well connect it anyway. I might add another condensation valve just because I have them. But for the moment, there we go, 140. Now what I might do is add some more cooling as a temporary measure on this. Oh, 220, 120. Now, if I'm going to do any, for a permanent cooling thing, for the water anyway, I'm going to use an indirect system, which means having some gas exposed to the environment, which will keep them very cold, and a heat exchanger to transfer the heat across. So that way I don't have to worry about bursting pipes. Let's see, what do I need for a heat exchanger? Large direct. I probably need a larger one. There used to be another one, I think. Oh well, no matter. Invar. We'll just get one of those. I think that also needs steel sheets to finish up. Let's see how we're doing fuel-wise. We've used up half of it. Maybe I should get some meters for these things as well, so it's easier to read the pressures. How's the water temperature doing? It's coming down. And what we'll do is we'll just set up a temporary water filler here or something, just to tide us over. Yeah. Dump that down there for now. What else am I going to need? Yeah, I'm going to need some of those medium radiators. Or maybe not. Yeah, I'll hold off on that for now. There's the heat exchanger. Wow, that dropped really quick. But there's hardly anything in there. I wonder if I should put a pump on it. Well, I can get one more radiator on it. Yeah, in the last episode I was talking about space engineers, just in passing, and it got me thinking. Whenever I play Space Engineers, I always play with. There's one mod I always use, the one that disables jetpacks on planets, and it got me thinking. How would it be playing this game without a jetpack? Easy enough to find out. Just take the propellant out. But on the few times I have actually run out of propellant, it is been incredibly annoying, like falling down holes and not being able to get up. Like in one playthrough, I'd taken out a frame, stepped down in there, and I couldn't get out. You can climb up the sides, but when you get to the top, you can't do anything. Was it F, G? Oh, whatever the key is, I've forgotten. Or maybe they've removed it. But yeah, it's something I might try. Right, well, that is at the right temperature. It should be forming liquid, but as I said, there's hardly anything in there. Which is weird, because there's 650 moles of steam in here. I think I need to put a pump here. I think that'll speed things up a little. Let's get a cheapy volume pump. Iron. Oh. No, that won't work. That won't work at all. Yeah, because I've got my plumbing a little different than I would normally have it. Let me see. Eesh. That would be really ugly. Okay, we'll just live with it. Would also require more piping than I have. Right, so we're up to half a litre. Right, let's go and get a couple of bottles and just chuck them in there. If it cools down to the point where they fill up, marvellous. Not that one. Now, do I want the thing to live there? Probably not. Oh, yeah, it wouldn't actually reach under there, would it? Okay, well, we'll just do it like this. Cable. It's filling up. Slowly, but it's filling up. Alright, so we are getting some. I won't say crisis is averted yet because we need to scale up the cooling in order for it to be generating enough safely. We're also going to need to keep an eye on the
Hydration critical.
on the fuel. I could always have it going both ways. Don't know. Now, I'm a bit worried that I'm going to run away and leave this thing and it is going to cool down all the way and we'll end up with a burst pipe and lost everything. Right, well, let's go get the annoying chirping sound taken care of. And then I do need to go and get some more gold. Wrong way. And probably silicon as well, actually. That's the cereal. Oh, wrong box. Well, it seems to be stabilizing around about 125. I guess it's because it's pulling stuff out of here, but it seems we're producing steam faster than this can actually process it. So when we get back, I may rejig this so that I can actually put a pump on the output without having piping be excessively ugly. Or maybe I should just go with the ugly piping and like loop it over the top or something dumb. Okay, but yes, right now do need to get some
Air tank low.
some gold. We'll top that up. And I shall be back shortly. Okay, back from mining. Got a reasonable amount of stuff. Not super, but good enough. Right. So, also had a slight issue with battery power and filters. Narrowly avoided catastrophe. Let's get a few things charged up. Okay, there. Empty again. Yeah, it'll be a relief when we don't have to keep doing this. Alright, turn off a few things that we don't need. Yeah, because these two, I don't think they use much power. I think it's 10 watts each. I think. I might be wrong. Right, let's see how we're doing water-wise. And I have no battery in that either. Oh! Let's see, do I have one in there? Yes, I do. Swap it over. Right. So we have 2.5 litres in here. It's a little warm, but that's okay. We have 2 full bottles. That's marvellous. So that'll keep us going for a little bit. Of course, I carried all this stuff with me, which I really didn't need. But that's okay. Let's get our full water bottles out of there. And take another couple. Actually, I might as well take all the empties down there and just leave them there. One, two. Okay, so they will slowly fill up. I think we're okay temperature-wise. Yeah, this is staying around about 100. This is a little bit cooler, but that's okay. And this is, well, staying reasonably constant at just over 2000. Oh, actually, no, this is lost more than I would have expected, because I think it was coming in at like 2200. I'd have expected it to stay pretty much at that level. Yeah, so 800 moles of steam in there. Pollutants will probably dump, the others would want to keep and cool. And okay, so our temporary water reclamation thing is kind of working okay. Not the best, but it is functional. And in the short term, that's all that really matters. Right, so the heat exchanger will probably go somewhere up here. I'll probably build a framework above the water tank, because these things are rather large, and as I said, I'm going to use it as an indirect cooling system. So I'll probably put some nitrogen, because nitrogen doesn't freeze to, or maybe even oxygen, doesn't freeze unless it's like super, super, super cold. So I'll have that as the cold side, and then just a valve controlling whether it gets into the heat exchanger or not. And then the heat exchanger will just be permanently connected to the water tank. But that's really a temporary measure. I don't know if we really need to do that just now, because I think what we have is okay. I mean, there's always going to be a need to cool the water, because even with the Stirlings, realistically we're not going to get much energy out of 200 degree gas. I mean, you will get some, but probably not enough to make it worthwhile running through the Stirling. So that last 100 degrees is always, I think, going to need to get cooled down by other means. Anyway, so that's that. Actually, one thing I did want to check, because I hadn't actually looked at it, is what this tank is at. Okay, don't know if the temperature's really that useful. Where's those whooshes coming from? Oh, of course, because I have the... no. Oh, yeah, it's the portable generator. Keep forgetting that thing releases gas. Anyway, think we'll leave it there for this one. Last episode was a little long. This one's a little shorter. I don't like doing episodes of an hour, but last time it was kind of unavoidable. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you found something interesting, useful. Probably not that much amusing this time, but there you go. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. 54 Bear out.